Hi there, scrap friends, Louise with you today. Thanks so much for checking out this video. It's for Paper Rose Studio Design Team, and I am teaming up the bees and butterflies with the fine print collection because I just think yellow and black are such a striking combination. I love how they look together, and it really just, it's so fun to create with these sort of bright colors on that really monochrome neutral background. All right, so recently I took my kids to the local park, and we haven't been for so long because they're in high school now, and it's kind of one of those things where, are they too old for the park? But guess what? They still love the park. Anyway, we went to the park, and they used to love this particular, like a spider swing. And it was so funny to see them push each other so high that basically they flipped upside down. And I had my phone in my hand, so I quickly just snapped a couple of photos. And that's why this is upside down, because this is actually, you know, me standing in front of the swing looking at them swinging upside down. So it's a really cool, fun photo, and I thought that it would work perfectly with this collection because it's got that kind of sunny background where it was late in the afternoon, and yeah, it was really sort of a yellowish tint to the time of day, which was, yeah, fun to have in the background. And so I'm going for a bit of a circle theme. I don't know, I think sometimes because there's a lot of circle elements in the die cuts, so the embossed die cuts that match along with this collection, there's quite a few circle elements, and that's what kind of draws me to circles initially, is that, you know, I think let's go with a bit of a circle theme. And to go with my circle theme, I want to have some like torn layers. So this is just a really great way to use paper to add interest to a background. And I know that I'm going to tuck some more pattern papers in and around my layers. So I'm just going to start with a small little strip of adhesive down the middle, and then I'm going to add a bit more glue later on as the layout develops. So for now, just a little piece in the middle. And this particular wood was really a win in my book. I love the way this wood looks, and the collection has kind of a green sort of pop element to it as well. So I decided to mix it in with some of that green. Now, I would probably change a number of things as this layout progresses, in that the circles don't look right. So the circles, I should have trimmed them and had them starting on the edge of the page. And you know, I tried to salvage it a little bit later, as you see with the hexagons, but I actually don't really like how the circles look in the background. So there you go. That just shows you how things can develop and evolve, and sometimes you get it right, and then sometimes you just, you know, maybe don't like the outcome either. So I don't always get it right, but I still think it's important to share that because it gives you a really good you know, a really good feel about your own scrapping, in that, you know, you don't have to get it perfect still to make sort of a good layout. And this is kind of the point where you see me struggling and deciding that, hey, let's just cut these in half and tuck them in behind those torn layers. So yeah, it's not a perfect layout, but I think it has merit, and I love the memory, and I love the way the yellow looks against the black, and even with that pop of green, I still think this is a really fun page. It's just that I would have moved those circles to sort of start more off to the sides of the layout. All right, so how am I going to embellish this is where I'm thinking now. You know, I'm really happy with how the background's looking. I like the circles. I like the torn strip elements. I love how this looks on the black. Yeah, fun. So I pull out the die cuts, and love this foiled ephemera. It's, yeah, it's so shiny and just gives a really interesting kind of balance to the page. So simple title, again, just keeping it hello hello. What I've done is, again, in salvaging this, I've gone around those circles with black marker just to give them a bit of enhancement, but I still didn't like how they were blending in with the page. So I went back to the drawing board and I cut out some hexagons, and I'm going to lay these around the page with a little bit of yellow inking underneath them to give them just a little bit of extra pop. I've also put my photo onto some cardstock to raise it up a little bit so that it's got a bit of dimension and not getting lost in those circles in the background as well. So although these hexagons don't particularly completely salvage it, I still do think they're valuable in adding just a little bit of breakup from that sort of focus on the circles. You can sort of see as it starts to build and I get more of these hexagons onto the layout, it starts to come together a little bit better, and I do like the little pops of the lemon yellow color from around them. I have traced them with that same black marker, so I did all that off camera and then came back to show you how to put these hexagons together to sort of cover up some of that circular element that wasn't really working in my favor. All right, well, essentially I'm very close to finish this. I'm going to stick a few things down and keep it light with a few more of these hexagon embellishments. Again, I would have liked to have actually put something a little bit black, mixed media in there, but it had gotten to that stage where I'd added so much already, it really just didn't need any more. So I'm going to keep it simple and use the hexagons as the highlight and go ahead and call this layout done. So that's my share for you today. Thank you so much for watching as always. I hope you go over and check out Paper Rose Studio for some great Australian products for scrappy peeps. And thank you for checking out this video. As always, to everyone who leaves comments, I really appreciate it. So have fun and happy scrapping.